What up, YouTube? This is your boy Robert Bob TV Brown. I'm over here in the basement. What the hell is wrong with New York Democratic leadership? Bernie did not take his name off the ballot, yet you decide to take his name off the ballot because you figure you can. Not understanding, again, you're going to stab yourself in the back and going to blame the voter for stabbing you in the back. You guys have lost your mind. You have denied me the right to vote. You are worse than Republicans. You are worse than Hitler. You're just as bad as Hitler. You're just as bad as any totalitarian authoritative figure in this world today, right now. You're just as bad as Saddam Hussein. You're horrible. You're horrible. Here I am in New York waiting for the day to go vote, either write in Bernie Sanders if I wanted to, or vote for Darius Hunter in the Green Party, which if I do vote, I'm definitely voting for Darius Hunter in the Green Party. I'm not voting for no crooked Howard Hawkins, and you shouldn't either. Now I'm pissed off. Now somebody said, why is this a big deal to Democrats? I mean, Joe is the presumptive nominee. The key word is presumptive. He is not the nominee. He has serious baggage. He got a current rape allegation going on that the case is getting stronger and stronger every day. And they need to be telling him to sit his butt down, and they need to be letting Bernie Sanders take the place. But they're not going to do it because the number one job of the Democratic Party is not only to disenfranchise voters, but to stop Bernie. You disenfranchise me. I am an independent. I left the Democratic Party in 2016. I only joined the Democratic Party in 2016 to vote for that platform that Bernie Sanders was pushing. The key word, this is not about Bernie Sanders. It's about the platform. It's not even about Joe Biden. It's about what are you going to do for the American people? I need to know now, and you need to be advocating for it now before you even think about getting my vote. And when Bernie abandoned that platform, I abandoned the party, took my place like 13 million others back into the independent scene. Now, New York, what do you think is going to happen now that you took Bernie Sanders off the ballot? Because the purpose of him being on the ballot is to try to win delegates so he can get more leverage so that platform can get a better place in the Democratic Party, which is a waste of time. It's never going to get placed in the Democratic Party. Like Jill Stein said, and many others said, it's only going to be done outside the party. You got to get away from the party because they are anti-people. They are anti-worker. And they're just as much as bad when it comes to corporate interests as the Republicans. I don't like Republicans. I don't like Democrats. And you ain't got to tell me I can choose. Got to choose both. Both of them. Screw both of you. And I'm not in it to try to change the party. In my opinion, the party ain't trying to change. And the only way you're going to change, you have to knock off everybody in that party. And you ain't going to do that because it's illegal to knock off people. Don't knock off people. And do I think people can change and do right by the people? Yeah, but when you got money going in your pocket and your own personal interest, it'll never happen. And that's what you got with Joe Biden. And now it looks like that's what you got with Bernie Sanders, because a lot of the things he's doing is for his own personal interest. He don't want to be Ralph Nader. I don't want to cause another Democrat. Look, dude, you're gonna be a Ralph Nader anyway. You were the Ralph Nader to Hillary Clinton, even though you worked your butt off to help her try to get her elected, and she still lost. They looked at you as the Ralph Nader, and they will look at you forever. In history, the Democratic Party, the one that's in the middle, on the center right, they're going to always look at you as the Ralph Nader, whether you like it or not. And I wouldn't even put you in that category, Ralph Nader, because I have more respect and I have more honor for Ralph Nader, because Ralph Nader built a real movement and he was not willing to placate to the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. That was a real movement that did real well in getting votes. He earned his votes. He did not take no votes from you, Democrat. You don't own my vote, and I don't have to pick between both of you. And if you think that I have to, you sadly mistaken. Now, here's the result. The independents that did join the party. I didn't join the party. I wasn't going to vote for Bernie Sanders in the general. I told you I'm not going to join. I'm not ever joining the Democratic Party again, ever. I don't care who's running. But there's a lot of independents that decided to join the Democratic Party. They decided to join the Democratic to push Bernie Sanders' platform. And that's it. They didn't join the Democratic Party to be a Democratic or to support Democrats. They joined the party to support that platform. And he who carries that platform, they were willing to jump into that cesspool of crooked politicians and crooked leadership, like in New York. They was willing to jump in that cesspool and swim through all that doo-doo and all that mess just to get their vote in to push that platform. And yeah, that's what it is, especially in New York. You guys ain't nothing but a cesspool, a bunch of doo-doo and water that people have to jump in and stink themselves just to vote for a candidate. I'm not that dude. If you make it through the primaries, you might get my vote in the general. A lot of people joined, like I did in 2016, to support Bernie Sanders' platform. And you actually think by you taking him off the ballot that they automatically gonna go for Joe? Well, if they don't, the bottom line is they can go out and vote, not vote. Joe is our candidate. Well, guess what? When you deny them the vote now, you might as well deny them the vote when it comes in the general. How in the hell you think you're gonna brutalize and take people's rights and talk about them like a dog and try to voter shame and snatch away their rights? How in the hell you think that all of a sudden I can do that, but then I can ask you to join me in the general election to support our candidate? You done lost your doggone mind. That ain't gonna happen. You just set yourself up to lose to Trump. You can't blame the voter. You got to blame the people who denied people like me in New York the opportunity to vote. And that's just what you did. I don't want to hear nothing about gerrymandering and voter ID and all that stuff. What's wrong with the Republicans? Look, you guys are just as worse, if not worse. See, I can accept the fact that you're a crook, a thief. You know, I can have fun when I have a lady friend and she don't want to commit. Especially when I'm in it just for my own selfish gain. Girl, you can be with whoever you want. As long as I need you and I call you 2 o'clock in the middle of the night, I expect you to be here. You can go back to your boyfriend. You can go back to your husband. When I need you, you need to be here. That's how New York politicians are. It don't matter whether you support Bernie or not. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're going to support a Democratic. Who told you that doggone lie? Who told you? I'm not part of your party. I don't play party politics. I hate partisanship. I hate this gangism. I hate this territorialism. I hate this. This is dragging the country down. And I choose not to be a part of it. I'm an independent. You want my vote, you got to earn it. And you you did the worst thing in the world to earn my vote. Now you're not going to ever get my vote. I don't care if you make Bernie Sanders VP. Because like I said, it's not about Bernie Sanders to me. It's about that platform. As VP, can you push that platform? You can come up with a black agenda. You can come up with reparations. But it don't mean nothing to me when you deny me the right to say no or yes to you. To me, that's more important. I should have a right as American citizens to say, maybe, maybe not, yeah, hell no. And you just took that right from me as a citizen of the state of New York. So when you deny us the opportunity to go to the polls and put in the vote who we choose to vote for, not who you're going to force us to choose to vote for, then don't expect us to show up in the general. New York, especially this black man, is on a strikeout. Don't expect me to vote in this year's election. You, New York Democrats, can kiss my New York light chocolate caramel behind, because I'm not voting for you. And in the general, if Darius Hunter make it, I'm putting all my support behind him. Why? Because of his platform. He who carries that platform and even can add better stuff to it, that is the person that I'm supporting in this election. I don't do the lesser of two evil. We got two pathological liars, Bernie. Bigot, racist, rapist running for office. And the thing, I gotta pick one of the two, mean you a dang gone fool. You have lost your mind. Anybody feeling that they have to pick one of the two, rapist, liar, pathological liar, biggest, racist, you lost your doggone mind. Who told you you had to choose one of the two? Kiss my behind. I'm not choosing none of them. I choose freedom, I choose integrity, and I choose honor. At the end of the day, I choose that platform. And he who runs on a people's platform will get my vote. And right now, Joe ain't doing it, Trump ain't doing it, and both of them can kiss my ever-loving chocolate behind. Just had to get that off my chest. I'm Robert Brown, man. New York politicians. I tell you, man, once this pandemic over, I'm heading down south. I'm going back down south, man. I'm going probably go to Atlanta, either Atlanta or Las Vegas. Atlanta or Las Vegas. I'm tired, and I'm hands-on in New York politics. Here you got Ocasio-Cortez scared she's gonna lose her seat, so she going out here trying to shoot videos of her giving out food. Just you think she's doing that because she really, really cares? Really cares? No, she up for re-election, and she's being primaried by another Democrat. So she have to show that she cares. So of course she's gonna come down here, put on a mask, and deliver food to people's houses to show that she's on their side. Did you do that before the pandemic? Did you fight harder for us to get more money? Canada getting $2,000 a month for at least 4 months. We get a one-time $1,400, $1,200 a month. I mean, $1,200. Yet the corporations get most of the money. Well, this is wrong. We got stop. You look like Bernie Sanders when he said this is wrong when it came to the crime bill, yet you still voted for the crime bill while people like me got brutalized on the spot anytime, anywhere, any day when it came to police officers, throwing our butt on the wall, throwing ourselves on the ground, putting their knee in the back because they can, because the crime bill gave them the authority to do it. Thank you, Bernie Sanders. Thank you. This day forward, I don't vote for personalities and I don't vote for parties. I vote for what you're going to do for the American people. And if you ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing. And if you got something, you better make sure it's something. I don't slut vote. We need to spend time with each other. We need to get to know each other. And I need to know what you're going to bring to the table. Because I know what I can bring to the table. My vote. I can either bring it or don't bring it. It's up to you. Let me see who's up here and then I'm out. Got to watch close. Kalita, what's up? How you doing? New York Mets. Yo, my New York brother. What is wrong with these Democrats? It's just going to make more people leave the party. Can you not kill yourself? You literally strangling yourself. Snapshot, what's up? Yep, Democrat represent institutional racism. You're right, Snapshot. I have no favor for neither one of them. Party politics is killing this nation. I took out my party hat a long time ago. My thing is, it don't matter who you are. I'm looking at you as the individual. What you gonna do for my community? What you gonna do for my people? What you gonna do for my neighborhood? I need to hear it. I need to know what you're gonna do now, not once you become. No. If you ain't willing to do it now, if you're not willing to advocate it now, if you're not willing to come out with some commercials, voice your opinion on it, do a State of the Union address, whatever, about my issues, forget my vote. So Choctaw Warrior, how you doing? What's up, Cassius? What's up, brother? They're trying to cover up Biden's sexual assault allegation. I'm going to continue to talk about this allegation. I hope it keep going out there because at the end of the day, they're going to try to swap out, and they're not going to swap out for the person who's carrying that platform. They're going to swap out for Cuomo. Cuomo don't care nothing about New Yorkers, man. Get out of here, Cuomo. Cuomo is, I'm a labor organizer. Cuomo has never really been on our side. I'm black. I'm Hispanic. I'm gay. No, you confused. You're not for us, brother. You're not for us. And the only person that had us back when it came to labor organizing is the current Attorney General, Tish James. Mary Pope, as a black woman, I would not be voting for any Democrat. As a black man, sister, I feel you. Yep, Casey, Cuomo need to go. Cuomo need to go. I was in support of Cynthia Nixon because she had a platform. You know, she was willing to push platforms that's going to help working people and real people. Don't go to Las Vegas. I love Las Vegas. Man, you know how expensive it is to live here in New York City, man? It is expensive. Just to rent a room is almost $1,000. If you're going to rent a studio or basement apartment, it's going to be $2,000. At least I can live decent for $1,000, have my own 2, 3 bedroom apartment, maybe even get a house. And the city don't sleep like this city don't sleep. I get more for my bank now, Nicolina. The mayor's trying to make her city a placebo test. Yeah, the governor is trying to pull a lock on the mayor, though. And plus, the thing is, this mayor is setting herself up. I mean, do the stupid things you want to do so you can get booted out. Say all the dumb things you can say so you can get booted out. By the way, since I'm on this subject, go back and listen to Trump's message on the disinfectant. I went over that message over and over again, did a special, COVID special on the Rod Report. And I don't think Trump said anything about Lysol, Clorox, but ignorant black people and ignorant white people and ignorant any other people, Hispanics, are going around assuming he said, well, you should take some Lysol in you. And no. Whether he said that or not isn't the point. The point is, there are things called medical disinfectants. There are medication that enters in your body to clean out the infected area of your body. The number one medical disinfectant out right now is called antibodies. You take antibiotic medicine, it cleans the infections on the inside. You take antibiotic medicine on the outside, you rub it on, it cleans the infected area, it disinfects it. People coming over, I mean, I'm so sick of these memes of Clorox. Y'all don't want to assume that dumb stuff. Now, I'm not taking up for Trump. Trump need to shut his mouth up. He don't know what he talking about. Let the doctors do all the talking, because you're not putting no ultraviolet rays inside somebody's body, because it's not good for the body. Ultraviolet rays are not good for human beings. Okay, especially inside the body. And a lot of white people, ultraviolet rays cause skin cancer. Now, we black people, we can handle a little bit, but not a whole lot of ultraviolet rays either. So ultraviolet rays are not good. And for as knocking something out in 2 seconds with a disinfectant, there's no antibiotics or no other current medicine that's going to knock that thing out in 2 seconds. But they do have some medicine that's working here in New York. Great. I had a couple of friends of mine who had pneumonia, and it drove. They got on this regimen of hydroxychloroquine, azithromycin, and zinc. It's not for everybody, and you do need to consult your doctor, and your doctor need to monitor you taking these medications. But they took the medication, and the medication, they're better. They're 100%. And my friend, she went to see the doctor, and she is COVID negative now. It drove it out the body. So there's medications that some people, not all, can take that will drive that virus out your body. Okay. So anyway, who else up here? What's up, Fred? Policy. That's right, brother. Keep on fighting the fight. Thank you to Seti Morris. In war, my brother from Canada. What's up, man? Look, bro, I just want to let you know I appreciate you. I appreciate your words of encouragement. And look, I thought about going to Canada myself. Kind of getting tired of the United States, man. Kind of tired of it. Canada is giving their people, I think, $2,000 a month. I think they boost up their unemployment. And they got universal health care. So if they do get COVID, they can go get the treatment that they need. They ain't got to worry about going bankrupt. These mother in the United States, they just got to get your money, even if you're at death's door. Democrats and Republicans. And you want me to pick one of you two? I say go to hell, both of you. Both of you. Yeah, $1,500 get your basement apartment. Toronto, man. Toronto. Me, I would go to a small town, but I would need a nice car too. Cassie is one. This is one of the things I can say about Tish James. Now, I know Tish James personally. Okay. And Tish James have done a lot of stuff for black people. Now, we do change. We do kiss. Once you get in the political world, people do start to change. And you may see a little bit that with Tish. But on a personal note, I know Tish. And I fought with Tish. I had a campaign on my job where we were trying to get a contract, a union contract, and this company came from South Carolina, and they wasn't trying to get. They fought us tooth and toenail. Tish Jane was for us. Most of us in that place, 80% black, if not 90, and wherever we needed her, she was there. Wherever, whatever we needed from her, she was there. This is before she became Attorney General. This is when she was public advocate. So I guess once you leave the public advocate position, which Jumaane Williams is now a public advocate, and you get into the limelight of state politics, you probably do change. So I can't say that she ain't selling us out. Look at our current politicians. At first, they were doing right by the people, and then they got into a certain area of politics where they changed. They changed. And Tish may be changing, but I can tell you from my personal experience that Tish was there for us. Phone call away. Anytime you want to come to our office and just sit and talk. It didn't matter. She had no plans for the day. You can come over there, chit chat, eat. She will meet you somewhere and eat. She will hear from you. She will go to your communities. I mean, she really labored as public advocate. Now, as Attorney General, it's a whole different ball game. That's high dealing politics. Yeah, you could be tempted to change, and you could fall to temptation. And I haven't communicated with her since then because she's too big for me now. So you might be right. You might be right, brother. Kalita said, I think you're giving Trump too much credit. You sound like a Trump apologist. Antibiotics are effective. Listen here, I didn't give Trump. This ain't got nothing to do with freaking Trump anyway. This has nothing to do with Trump. I'm just saying we assume he was talking about Clorox and stuff like that. Show me on video, put it in the comments where he mentioned Clorox, Lysol. He mentioned disinfectants, and there are medical disinfectants. Disinfectants. You got those that are on the surface, and you got internal. And antibodies are considered medical disinfectants. We assume disinfectant mean Lysol. And no, it ain't got nothing to do with Trump. Okay. Now, this medication that this Zithromax and all that, the doctor was trying to tell Trump about it. This doctor, Dr. Zelenko, he tried to tell CNN about it. He tried to tell everybody about his regimen and what it's doing, and he invited them to come investigate. But because Trump touted just a hydroxychloroquine, he didn't tout it, Zithromax and the zinc all together as a regimen, as a cocktail. Trump didn't tout about that, but he will be soon because this doctor report has gotten on his desk. This doctor treated over 1,000 patients, and out of over 1,000, only 2 died. His success rate with this medication is in the high 90s. The 2 died had pre-existing conditions that lowered the chance of that cocktail helping them. Matter of fact, the cocktail, especially the medication, one of the medication, would have been a little more detrimental to them versus help, because everybody can't take every medication. So out of 1,000, 2 passed away, high percentage rate of 97%. He petitioned the government to say, hey, let's not wait till people, let's boost up production of this medicine, and let's not wait till people get to that point where they're already in the bed, lungs feeling like cement, and they're already hooked to the ventilator, because that's lowering their chance to survival. Let's knock this thing out as soon as they have the symptoms of loss of smell, hard to breathe, high fevers and things like that. As soon as we get that, soon as we get that signal, have them come into their doctor and let their doctor see if they're willing to, if they're able to take this medication. If they can't, then we got to find something else. But if they can, let's not stop them from taking the medication. Now, a person with an experience is never at defeat with a person of argument. I have 5 friends who both caught COVID. Most people can ride out COVID. They're not telling you that. Most people can ride it out. It's 5 times worse than a regular flu. You're going to be miserable, but you'll recover as long as you're taking the proper medication like you do any other flu. Keep your butt at home. Don't get around nobody because you spread it. And that's with any sickness. Stay your butt home. Don't give your stuff to somebody else. Well, I had a few of them that got on this medication and they're 100% better. Matter of fact, I got a report of one who came back COVID negative. And right now she's donating her blood to try to help out other COVID patients. Hydroxychloroquine, Z-Pack, and azithromycin, that combination. Now, Trump is going to tout this soon. And Democrats going to hate it. And they're going to try to shun it, and they're going to try to down talk it. That's why I said whoever promotes this, they need to have the people to back them up to say, I took it and I am better. So who in the hell are you to tell me it don't work? It worked on me. I'm not saying it's going to work on everybody, but according to this doctor, out of 1,000, only 2 people died. Out of 1,000. And the report is out. His own study is out. It's going to Washington. Now, a lot of people say, oh, this is going to get Trump reelected. Why are you making this about Trump? Anybody can tout this medicine. And if you're not the person, if you got evidence that is working for a lot of people and you're not telling people about it, shame on you. This ain't about giving people no credit. It's about saving people's lives. It's about saving people's lives. Now, will that cause me to vote for Trump? No. I just told you I'm not voting for any pathological lying bigot racist with rape allegations. None, on the left or right. I'm not. But look, if Trump says something right and it's something that's going to help people, I don't give a crap who you are. I'm going to give him credit. If Biden do something right by people, I'll still give them credit, but I still call both of them pathological lying racists, and they're not going to get my support. But I still can give you credit. I got a crackhead uncle, and he'll dance for crack. But he's a good guy. I give him credit. He's not mean. He's not angry. We're trying to get him off that stuff. Yeah, he's still on that crack. I thought they stopped selling crack. Good guy. Just got on that crack. Don't leave your money around him. Don't leave your money around him. So, but he's still a good guy. It's not him trying to take your money. It's the crack telling him to take the money. But he's still a good, sweet guy. And we're trying to get him off that substance. So it don't matter who you are. I can find something good in you because everybody got something good in them. And once you see it, tout it. Doesn't mean that you trust them. Doesn't mean they get your full support. I don't trust my uncle. I don't trust my uncle with money around him. I don't trust him with jewelry. None of that stuff. When he come to the house, everything is on lockdown. Matter of fact, Unc, meet me in the back of the yard. We'll talk out here and have a couple of drinks. You ain't coming in that house taking nothing from me. Crack is, like Rick James said, cocaine is a hell of a drug. So let me see. Yes, antibiotics is not effective on viruses. Let me explain, Fred, the regimen of Dr. Zelenko. The regimen he has, hydroxychloroquine, is to attack the sac of the virus. Okay? The zinc comes in and cause the entryway. Cause an entryway The hydroxychloroquine can cause an entryway where the virus is located because it's usually locked. And once it's locked, you got to see this film about it. Once it locks, it duplicates itself. Nothing's stopping it from duplicating itself. So the hydroxychloroquine unlocks it. The zinc goes in and kills the virus, stops it from duplicating. And then the zithromax, which is an antibiotic, goes in and clean out that affected area. It takes some time, 10 days, according to the doctor, to clean it out. So it doesn't kill the virus. The zinc goes in and kill the virus. The hydroxychloroquine clears an open way for the zinc to go in and kills the virus. It's the zinc. The antibiotics goes in and clears the infected area that the virus causes. So there's a purpose for all three. Okay. I'm gonna try my best. I don't do interviews, but I'm gonna try my best to see if I can get this doctor on, man. So he could talk about his regimen. But you're gonna be hearing about this doctor. This doctor is gonna be famous, man. And the way he helped my friends, he's trying to do it on a national level. And I believe his regimen, if taken seriously, is the quickest way to get us back to normal. And when you talk about a Nobel Peace Prize, man, if you got something that's going to help millions of people stay alive, you deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. And so I'm rooting for this guy, and I'm rooting for his regiment to get out there. Like I said, the numbers don't lie. Over 1,000, only 2 died. And it was primarily because they already had pre-existing heart conditions, heart problems, and issues like that, lung issues. That's good. And if that regimen worked 93% of the time with most of the population that can take the medicine, not everybody can take it, then this guy deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. So I'm rooting for him on that. So that's how it goes. No, it doesn't. Hydroxychloroquine and antibiotics doesn't kill the virus, but zinc do. Antibiotics clear up the area that the virus caused some damage in. Not 100%, but it does a whole lot better. My friends are witnesses of that. All right, let me get out of here. I'm supposed to be washing my clothes. All right, Mr. X said, I'm a COVID-19 survivor, took some home remedies to survive. People sleep on home remedies. Don't sleep on home remedies. I myself, I took the orange slice, the onions, and sea salt, and I put it in a pot, and I sniff it in every day. Now I got a humidifier. I got a actual breather that I can do every night. So every night I put a couple of orange peelings in it, a little sea salt in it, and some water, and I breathe that in every day, and it opens my lungs. Man, and it gets all the phlegm out, So, Rick Manigault said COVID is last year's mild flu. According to my friends, COVID ain't your normal flu. COVID will make your lungs feel like somebody is pouring cement in it, according to my friend. My friend said COVID had him feeling like an elephant was on his chest. He could not breathe. He went to the hospital 3 times, and they still told him to go home because his so-called oxygen level was still high. So they sent him home. And they said, as long as your oxygen level is high, you don't have to worry about it. They told a lot of people that, and some people died. Well, he told me about breathing in steam therapy. And he the one told me to buy this machine because a lot of people was using the pot. You got to stand over the pot, blah, blah, blah. He told me to buy the machine. He's been using the machine. He put some menthol in it, and it opened his lungs up where he can breathe a whole lot better. Home remedies now. Home remedies. So I believe in that. Okay. What's up, Fred? Fred, talking about that hydroxychloroquine and say high altitude sickness, low zero to high altitude, right? Joseph Faint say I use pure mist, home remedy. Whatever you can do, keep your lungs free. And if you feel you got an itch or scratch in your throat, first thing you need to do, brush your teeth and gargle with some mouthwash. Now I'm not giving medical advice. This is what I do: brush my teeth, gargle with mouthwash because the mouthwash has alcohol in it. All right. After that, I go and I drink. I'm a vitamin C drinker anyway. So I drink my vitamin C. I do about 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C right before I go to sleep. Now it irritates my skin, but man, it does something. It cleans out that throat. I'm talking about the powder kind, not the pill, the powder kind. I also squeeze a lemon in there. Now I drink it hot. Occasionally, if you at least once or twice a day, gargle with sea salt and hot water. Okay, because it starts here in throat, or it may get in your nose. So just you can do that every day. I mean, like I said, here's the bottom line: the numbers don't lie. Most people who get they're assuming that most people are gonna get this virus, and they're saying most people who get the virus will be able to ride it out. Majority of them ride it out. Only a certain percentage, maybe I think 2 to 3%, is gonna have the symptoms, and only a certain percentage is gonna have major symptoms. Most people, they say in here in New York, most people got it. They're just asymptomatic and don't know it. So we got to get the testing to identify it. And I say, once you identify it, do that doctor's regimen to knock it out your body. That should be the regimen, just like we do. Anytime you got a virus or you get a flu, what do you normally do? You try to go to the doctor and the doctor give you some medication. Or if you're too broke to go to a doctor, you go get you some Theraflu and you sit at home. That's how most people do it. They say it's the same thing with this. But if it progresses into a serious situation, that's when you consult your doctor. And to me, that's when you need to get on this regimen. You don't wait till you're on a deathbed, which most of us won't get there. Usually those with high precondition. When I say precondition, like people who vape, you're attacking your lungs. And a lot of young people who have succumbed to this are people who like to smoke things in. People who are asthmatic, who constantly take COPD medicine, who constantly take, the pump. I got a pump, but I very rarely use it. Those are the people who get hit hard at a younger age. Usually, majority of the people that die from this thing are in their 60s, diabetes, high blood pressure, thyroid issues. I mean, major issues. Probably already dealing with cancer in the lungs and things like that. And they're saying those are people who really fall flat to this. But even some of those people with that medication end up coming out of the hospital. But most of the people, they're asymptomatic. They're going to have it and don't even show anything. They can ride it out easy. But those who end up showing symptoms, they just say, hey, stay your butt home. Theraflu. Theraflu tastes good. Drink a couple things, Theraflu. Try to keep yourself from having a fever and ride this thing out. And stay away from your family. Have a mask on and stay in the basement. Like me. Have a mask on when you're around people. That way they don't catch what you got. Okay. And wash your hands. Wash your butt. Wash your clothes, which is what I'm doing right now. Washing clothes. All right, guys. I love you. Gargle with salt water in the throat. Fred, you're right. You can also gargle with peroxide. I did that the other day. That stuff nasty. Give me the salt water. Give me sea salt at that. All right. So, and another thing that I do, they claim that black people are succumbing to this thing more than anything. Actually, the only reason, in New York, they say it's the Latino community is suffering more than the black, just a little bit more. They want to deflect this thing. The bottom line is everybody's suffering from this thing, okay? Everybody. Stop putting it off on racists. This virus has no... How you going to go from a Chinese virus to it affecting mostly black people? Get out of here. It affects everybody, okay? All right. One of the things that I do, I learned to do is I'm in my 50s now. I know I don't look it. It's time for me to get on my vitamins. So I do, and I try to do the chewables. The one that tastes like Flintstone vitamin. I can't do the pills. So I got some zinc. Do about one chewable zinc a day. I do about 4,000 milligrams of vitamin D because we as black people we lack vitamin D. Okay, it's our skin color. We don't draw in the absorption for the sun, from the sun like we should. Okay, too much sun for white people is bad. Just enough sun for them is good, but we don't get enough sun. Okay, so vitamin D is good for us. Usually about 5,000 milligrams a week is what I normally do, but they taste so freaking good, man. I end up doing like probably 5,000 a day. Vitamin C is important. I do about 2,000 milligrams. I do the powder form with hot water. I also do elderberry, uh, two of those a day. And yeah, I feel like a druggie, right? But I'm on my vitamins. I'm getting older, and those multivitamins is not always enough for people like me. So I want to do vitamins to keep my bones healthy. So I do keep my brain healthy. So I do a lot of fish oil vitamins. I do NIC. Um, that doesn't stand for Negro in charge. um, Vitamin D. I do vinegar and apple cider vinegar in a pill form. So I do certain things to try to keep my blood flowing good, to keep my chest going good, because I want to live. I want to live to be at least 100. 100. I don't want no freaking sickness and disease trying to take me out, and I'm not gonna let it. The only thing that's taking me out is these sick politicians. Can't stand them, man. Can't stand them. All right, I've been up here too long. 41 minutes. I just came up here to say a little something, something. Yep. Mr. X said I took multivitamins too. Get better too. That's right. All right, so guys, I love you. I'm about to head on out. I got some clothes to wash. But I appreciate you guys. I love you. This is your day. Seize it in victory. Don't let nobody stop you. You yourself are unstoppable. And stop letting these punk politicians punk you. Peace.